Can you hear me now? Guys, let me know if you can hear me now. I'm sorry about that. Am I echoing? I like that, Rubio. I like that. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me in the chat. Okay, am I echoing? Okay. We all good now. So listen, guys, I have sleeper. This is a sleepers. And I'm going to give you 3 sleepers in every starting spot that you can be targeting in your later rounds. Guys that you can pick up that can change your league. You know, guys nobody was on, but you can end up having a guy where you can start him in week 8, 9, and on forward to take you into your fantasy championship, right? So I'm gonna give you 3 guys. Now look, there's more, but I'm gonna give you 3 today, guys. So how everybody doing? I'm glad y'all here, man. I'm about to give you some sleepers where I'm gonna put you ahead of the game. This is championship type players now that I'm gonna give you, and we're gonna start with quarterbacks. And so, guys, listen. You have any questions about anything about fantasy? Just hit me up in the chat, and I address your question. I'm gonna be here for a while. So let's start with quarterbacks. My first QB sleeper that you should be targeting in your fantasy football drafts, and mostly redraft, and also in dynasty, is Kirk Cousins. Yes, I said it, Kirk Cousins. Now listen, the reason why I think Kirk Cousins can be like a top 12 quarterback this year, which he's been in the past, but he can even be even better, is because I think they're not going to bail cow Dalvin Cook all 17, 18 weeks of this NFL season. Because, guys, he's getting a little long in the teeth. You know what I'm saying? He's getting older. He's not a young whippersnapper anymore. So what do? You preserve him through the early weeks of the season. And then as it gets colder and get closer to the playoffs, then you start bell cowing him, getting him ready for later on in the season. You don't give him 25, 30 carries every single game and expect for him to have the same type of effect later on in the season. It doesn't happen. So I believe Kirk Cousins, they will ask him to do more volume of throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and Irv Smith Jr. and help, be a safe blanket for Dalvin Cook. Say he don't, get hurt, because he can get hurt, right? And that's any running back. But I think they use more of Kirk Cousins this year, which his numbers gets better. Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen and Irv Smith numbers gets better. So let me look at some. So guys, my next sleeper that you should be targeting in your NFL fantasy drafts, as far as dynasty and sleeper, is Tua Tagovailoa. Yes, Tua. I like Tua. Now listen, a lot of people think Tua suck. A lot of people think Tua he's not going to be able to throw the ball downfield, but I disagree. I think that's why they went out and got Will Fuller. They went out and got a Jalen Waddle, because Tua needs guys that's gonna get more separation. He don't like to throw jump balls. And some quarterbacks can throw jump balls, and some quarterbacks can throw it out there for your speed receivers to get. But Tua is more of a speed type receiver guy. He likes to see people running open. So you have to, put talent around him to help him be successful. So with getting Jalen Waddle and Will Fuller, these guys, I think Tua has a chance to be very successful, to hit a lot of deep plays, a lot of deep routes this year. And that's what they're going to be. This offense is going to be different. It's not going to be a lot of short game. It's going to be deep game. Like, they're going to try to get Will Fuller the ball. They're going to try to get Jalen Waddle the ball. And Devontae Parker will have his jump ball moments. Gesicki will have his jump ball moments. But mostly, it's going to be like, we trying to take the top off the defense, guys. And so Tua can have a big year, or even big games, or just a streamer. So don't be scared to go to this guy. Okay, so my next and last final quarterback that I'm going to tell you that you should be targeting, that's a sleeper, is Cam Newton. Yes, I said it, Cam Newton. Listen, don't pay attention to last year. Cam Newton actually was playing really well before he caught COVID. And guys, Cam Newton has a chance to be a top 12 quarterback. Yes, I said it. Listen, he's with Josh McDaniels. This is the best offensive coordinator in the game, or maybe top 3. It depends on what you like. But me, I'm going to say top 3 offensive coordinator in the game. So he's going to put Cam in position to have a great games. If it's from rushing, if Cam throw for 1 touchdown but rush for 2, guys, that's still a really good game. So don't worry about what his passing numbers going to look like, because you know Cam Newton can still run that ball in the green zone. That's why a lot of people is fading Damian Harris, and I get it. I think Damian Harris is a good pickup in certain rounds of your draft, but I get it why you fade him, because Cam Newton taking a lot of those rushing touchdowns. So listen, pick up Cam Newton. Great. If you, like, say you draft Trey Lance, Cam Newton would be a really great quarterback to have that you know is going to start until Trey Lance get in there, or if he don't get in there, you still going to be okay, right? So I love Cam Newton, guys. So let me see what's going on in the chat. Yep. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is cutting edge content. I appreciate everybody tuning in to this live. So let's move on. My next running back, well, I'm going to running backs now, but my first running back, guys, that you should be targeting as a sleeper later in your late rounds is Kenneth Gainwell. Yes, and I've done a video on him. But Kenneth Gainwell, I think it's going to get a lot of work in Philly because Miles Sanders is already struggling in camp, and he struggled last year. He's talented, but he's not as talented as Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell is a PPR monster, and what I mean, I think his game is very similar to Austin Eckler. I think he can be the next Austin Eckler. Yes, I said it. Austin Eckler, Kenneth Gainwell. He can be on that level. So pick up Kenneth Gainwell. Guys, look at his college tape. This guy's unbelievable in the pass game. He actually could line up a receiver and just play receiver and be an okay receiver for his career. But he's going to be able to do both. He's a hybrid player. And remember, I told you, listen, in fantasy and PPR, it's about targeting those hybrid players. I think they put you ahead of the curve. Like Antonio Gibson, he was a hybrid player. Kenneth Gainwell is a hybrid player. You can use him in the pass game. He also can run. So does Kenneth Gainwell end up being like a 10-touch guy game? Yes, plus 10 catches, whatever. However they use, he will touch the ball at least 10 times, like a Nyheim Hines role. This is what Nick Sirianni's talked about, that he like him similar to Nyheim Hines. So Kenneth Gainwell will have value. Don't be scared. Don't fade him. Pick him up in your later rounds. You might have to get him a little earlier than your last round, but this guy is a great target to pick up where people's not on him yet. So let me see what's going on in the chat. What's going on, Kevin? Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, guys, yeah, everybody can hear me. So, guys, that's coming into the live stream, I'm sorry about my earlier being muted. So, sorry about that. Eric Rubio, what's going on, Eric? Hey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, man. I'm so glad you're here, bro. Hey, this is cutting edge content. Eric says Mac isn't starting unless Cam gets hurt or completely F's up. Yes, I agree. So Cam Newton is a starter. I'm not worried about Mac Jones taking his position unless Cam, the whole thing, wheels fall off the car, right? That's the only thing that can hurt Cam. And my boy GDLT, my homie. Hey, he said hit that like button. Guys, listen, hit the like button. It'll help this video get out in the algorithm, help this channel grow because people need this channel. This is cutting edge. This ain't surface. This ain't D-Hop, Julio Jones. I don't just talk about those surface guys. You know, that's my little saying. D-Hop, Julio Jones. Because that's all I used to hear when I was like, you know, looking for content on YouTube. Everybody talked about D-Hop and Julio Jones, the top guys. But what about the sleepers? So, but yeah, I appreciate that, GDLT. So, guys, let's get on. Now, this next guy is not a deep sleeper, but he is a sleeper. So, but this is probably one of the most. He probably got one of the most highest ADPs for all this list that I have for sleepers. He's the highest there. So, his name is Mike Davis. Now, listen, I know a lot of people, he's got a good role coming in there, but listen, a lot of people don't think he can finish as a top 5 running back. I do. So that's why I'm going to call him a sleeper. He has the chance to be a top 5 running back, guys. They're going to use him in the pass game and the run game. And Kyle Pitts is going to open it up for him. He has Matt Ryan, a veteran quarterback, that's going to help open it up for him. Calvin Ridley will help open it up for him. Even Hayden Hurst and Eliminated Zacchaeus and Russell Gage is going to help open it up for him. So Mike Davis is a bell cow, and nobody's really taking him as a bell cow. He's going in most of the draft, like in the Superflex draft that I do a lot. He's going in like the 5th, 6th round, even 7th round, guys. Now he might be a little higher, but he's always been a sleeper target of mine. So, yeah, he might not be like a stereotypical sleeper right now, but nobody's predicting him to be a top 5 back. If they was, they would be taking him in the first between round 2 to 3, right? But I believe so. I'm not taking him now. I'm waiting for his ADP in the 5th, and I'm snagging him up after I get my bell cow receivers because I'm a 0 RB guy. Yes. So let me see what's going on in the chat. GDLT says Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yes. So listen, I've been fading. I'm not picking up Odell Beckham. I'm fading him. So guys that I am targeting in this passing game is Jarvis Landry, is Donovan Peoples-Jones. So he's right, guys. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a nice deep sleeper, especially in Dynasty. Pick this guy up because I don't think they're going to bombard or pepper Odell Beckham. They're going to spread this ball around from tight ends to Njoku, to Hunter Bryant, to Jarvis, a little bit of Odell, to Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. They not focused. Nobody's going to get 120 targets on this team. They all going to be divided. But by you having Donovan Peoples-Jones, he might have a couple of weeks where he can be a starter for you. He might catch up a little rhythm, and they might be try to, not saying that they're going to run the offense through him, but he might have a high target game, which can lead to good fantasy points. So Donovan Peoples-Jones, I like him. That's great advice, GDLT. Great advice, bro. So then I got one more running back to talk about. So the next running back that I think you should be picking up is A.J. Dillon. Now listen, his ADP is lower than Mike Davis. But guys, I don't care nothing about no Aaron Jones. And I'm not saying Aaron Jones is not a good player when I say I don't care about Aaron Jones. I just don't. Aaron Jones do not make me want to fade no A.J. Dillon. I said what I said. Aaron Jones do not make me want to fade A.J. Dillon. It makes me want to fade Aaron Jones because A.J. Dillon is a better runner between the tackles than Aaron Jones. A.J. Dillon is better at that. So when they get in the green zone, this is double digits tight upside for A.J. Dillon. He's 240, 250 pounds. What you think they're going to use him in the pass game? So Aaron Jones going to get a lot of work in the pass game. I'm not going to knock that. So you can still draft him if you want that pass work. But if I want somebody who getting touchdowns that give you those 6 points immediately, A.J. Dillon is the man. And he will be used in the pass game to throw the defense off because they think he's big and can't catch. He can catch. So A.J. Dillon, guys, this is a 0 RB target guy and also a sleeper. And if you had Mike Davis and A.J. Dillon as your 2 starting running backs, I think those are winning type running backs if you got killer receivers, top tier receivers like Tyreek Hill, like DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin. If you got those type 3 guys and you go get A.J. Dillon and Mike Davis, you got a killer squad. I said what I said. So let me go in the chat, guys, see what's going on in the chat. Stefanski inherited Landry and OBJ. He drafted DPJ. There you go. I agree. GDLT is giving y'all that gas again. He's right. So, they probably can't trade Odell and get what he's worth. So they're going to keep him on the team. Because if you trade him, you trade away from him. You gave away 2 first-round picks. So if you can't get that, you lose him, right? So you might as well just keep him, and he can make big plays in the game for you, 1 or 2 big plays. The other receivers might not be able to make, and you'll be able to get his value that way. But he's not going to get 10, 11 targets a game. They're not going to mess up Baker Mayfield reads and stuff trying to force it to ODB. I said what I said. So let me go to my homie, Mr. Anderson. Bro, you already know it. Hey, he in my tight end list. And I'm back to, he's the next player, man. This is, the energy is right, bro. That's the very next player that I was about to talk about. So, guys, let me get on. Let's get on the tight ends. The first tight end that I'm telling you that's a sleeper that you should be targeting is my boy said it, Mr. Anderson, Gerald Everett. Yes, I said it, Gerald Everett. So listen, Gerald Everett, as far as his athletic ability, he's top tier of all tight ends with his 40 jumping ability, quickness. He's an elite talent. So when he played in for the Rams, for Los Angeles Rams, they got the system is so funny. He could go 2 or 3 weeks without getting targeted, or maybe 2 targets. But now that he's in Seattle and he's getting and people trying to double DK and take away Tyler Lockett, Gerald Everett should have a lot of one-on-one, like almost every play. So in the red zone, when they might draw up some type of plays, he could get a touchdown every other game. He can finish with a flow of 10 to 11 points easily. And that's all you need for a tight end that you drafted with his ADP. You're not trying to make him be the next Travis Kelce, but he could finish as a top 10. So the upside is crazy, but the floor is really, really good. Because we've seen what Russell did with Will Dissly. We've seen what Russell did with other tight ends. So now that he have an elite athletically tight end that can catch and show that he's a good tight end, Russell, he's gonna have some good games. So this is the guy that I'm targeting. If I went 0 tight end and I waited late and stacked my team, and Gerald Everett comes up, I'm picking him. I feel good about that. So yes, Mr. Anderson, you're right. Gerald Everett is a really good tight end. So the next tight end, this is a deep sleeper guy, is Mo Alley-Cox from the Colts. Now listen, I don't care if Jacob Eason is in there or Carson Wentz or Phillip Rivers. This guy is a nice safety target in the red zone or the green zone. He's 6'7", 6'8", and you can throw it up high to him. So I feel like this is going to be especially with Carson being out, this is going to be a safe target or a safe blanket for those quarterbacks that's waiting for the offensive line to get healthy again, and also waiting for Carson Wentz to get in. So they're going to use a lot of Mo Alley-Cox. I don't care about the other tight ends though that is there. Mo Alley-Cox, because of his size and them keeping him like they didn't cut him, lets me know that they will be using him. So this is a deep sleeper guy like in the best ball, and you just can pick him up as your second tight end too and see what happens. He might end up picking up a little rhythm, and you might have you a starting top 12 tight end. So let's move on, guys. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay, we ain't got no questions. Like I said, guys, I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is Cutting Edge. So the last and final tight end, and I'm telling you that you can be targeting, that is a sleeper, is Dan Arnold. Yes, Dan Arnold. Now listen, guys, Dan Arnold got a nice contract from the Carolina Panthers. They didn't get him to block. He's not a great blocking tight end. He's a passing tight end. So, guys, he will be used in the passing game. Now, there's a lot of weapons there. But like I said, this is deep sleepers. If you can pick him up, best ball, I think he'd be amazing for best ball. But like I said, same thing like Mo Alley-Cox. You can pick this guy up as your second or third tight end and just wait and see what happens. He might end up having a really nice role that you can play, and he can end up being a top 12 tight end. These are just deep sleeper guys. I think Dan Arnold is talented. He can run. He has a nice athletic ability. I like him. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Mr. Anderson says, how do you feel about Zach Moss? I'm not big on him, but I do think he would have a nice role. I just think Josh Allen is like Cam Newton. I don't want to play running backs in that system because they get sniped by the quarterback. Josh Allen is going to be sniping Zach Moss. Does that mean Zach Moss don't have 60, 70 yards? Yeah, he can have 60 or 70 yards. Him and Devin Singletary can split it up, and he can get majority. But will he get the green zone touches, which is for the score the touchdown? If you can't get green zone touches, I can't draft you in fantasy unless I'm looking for a streamer from week to week. So I'm not picking up a lot of Zach Moss, but if you fall to me for the right ADP and no other running backs is on the board and I need one, yes, I'll pick up Zach Moss. So let me see what my boy GDLT. That's what I call him, GDLT. See, GDLT said they paid Dan Arnold. They better play him. I agree. They paid him. So they got to use him. Why would you pay that guy and just have him on there just for a decoy blocking? They're not going to do it because he's not really a phenomenal blocker either. So, all right. So, guys, let's go to the receivers. This is the last group. So my first sleeper, which he's not a sleeper, but nobody's talking about him. So I want to let you know you can draft him. Is Will Fuller from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, Will Fuller. Now, listen, guys. This guy's a big play waiting to happen. Yes, Deshaun Watson is a very good quarterback that can get Will Fuller the ball. Can Tua get him the ball? Yes, because Tua will throw it open and throw him open where he will have to run under it. Tua gonna once they even, Tua gonna let it go this year because that's what they teaching them. So Will Fuller gonna have all the opportunities, and he's gonna get short routes too here and there. That has to keep the defense honest. So Will Fuller is a nice pickup, guys. Tua can throw the ball deep. He got to practice and he got to learn, get some camaraderie with Will Fuller. So I love picking up Will Fuller. Let's see what the chat saying. GDLT says they drafted a blocking tight end so Arnold could run around Steven. I agree. Gas. He giving y'all gas. He's right. That's what so Dan Arnold gonna be used in the passing game, especially in the green zone. He's a really big target in the green zone. And guys, if the green zone is the 5 yard and close to the end zone, so it's 5 yards out. The red zone is 20. So I want people to know that the green zone is way more important than the 20-yard line, which is the red zone. Green zone is, look at the green zone touches, and I'm giving y'all golden nuggets right there. So let me see. Matt L says, hey guys, what's up, Matt? What's going on, bro? Glad to see you here. Hit that like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Mr. Anderson said Jerry Jeudy been making noise in camp. Not sure if he's a sleeper. Nah, he ain't no sleeper, but yes, as far as like if I call Will Fuller a sleeper, I can call him a sleeper. But Jerry Jeudy, I like him. But he could be the Stephon Diggs of last year. I said what I said. He can be Stephon Diggs, even though might have a bad quarterback, or he could have a good quarterback. We don't know what's gonna happen. Trades can happen. Jerry Jeudy is a really good route runner. I like him. I think he can have a sneaky year. He can finish it in the top 6 or top 12 of receivers because they target him to death, and they be down a lot. So I like Jerry Jeudy. I like his talent. Dynasty, he is a good pickup. Somebody that you pick up kind of early. Maybe not the first 12 or 16 receivers, but at least top 24 receivers in Dynasty. He's a nice pickup. Let me see. Matt L said, I said it before, Thomas is a bum, but he's going late in mock draft. Yes, I agree with that. Matt L said, I never liked Thomas, but that's a bit low even for him. I got you. You talking about Ian Thomas, right? So I got 2 more receivers, guys. My next receiver that's a sleeper that you should be targeting in your late rounds of your drafts is Rashad Bateman. Yes, and especially in redraft. In the Dynasty, he's going to go kind of early because he's a young rookie. But listen, redraft, Rashad Bateman, he's the number 1 on this team, guys. He's the number 1. Marquise Brown going to do work. Mark Andrews going to do work. And Sammy Watkins is going to be where he's supposed to be as a veteran. But Rashad Bateman is the most talented receiver on this team. I said what I said. Rashad Bateman's the most talented. So listen, guys, be picking him up. He's been out there eating one of the best corners. I'm not going to say eating, but he's been beating them. And his name was Marlon Humphrey. He didn't beat Marlon Humphrey several times. Marlon Humphrey can play. He's a top 3 corner. He's the best corner for us going from slot, outside, anywhere. So Rashad Bateman is a nice pickup, guys. To pick him up. He can be a league-winning player. I said what I said. He can finish his top 12. Any of these guys on here, maybe except for some of the tight ends, all these guys can finish in the top 12. So let me see what the chat's saying. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Matt. He's talking about Michael Thomas. Okay. So he said that he thought Michael Thomas is a bum, but he's going late in mock drafts. Michael Thomas he can play. He can play, Matt, but with his injury, he can help you, but I wouldn't touch him until like later in my draft. So if I'm doing a 20-round pick, a 20-round draft, I might wait to round 12 to pick him. Other than that, I'm not picking him up there. I'm not picking him up earlier than that. But Michael Thomas can help you win your leagues. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. It just depends on what's going on with the quarterback position. See, Matt L says he's going there in the 7th or lower in some mocks. Yeah, that's crazy. Dynasty, I still can get it. But in regular redraft, yeah, that's crazy going lower than 7th. I don't know about that. Mr. Anderson says facts on Bateman. Yes, it is. He's a beast. My homie, Sean Bonds. What's going on, bro? I'm glad to see you here, man. Hey, subscribe to my OnlyFans, man. That way, hey, I'm giving great content and I'm starting to listen to the league. I need everybody. If you want to get in this listener league that I'm doing, which is best ball, please sign up on my OnlyFans, guys. Just $10 a month. That's all. It's just helping me support the channel, showing that you want to support Fantasy Good Sports. I appreciate it, guys. But yeah, that's the OnlyFans right there. But so I got one more receiver, guys. So last but not least, wide receiver that you should be picking up that is a sleeper is AJ Green. Yes, I said it. AJ Green. Yes. Listen, guys, if he finished with double digits touchdowns, which for 1,200 yards, I would not be surprised. I got AJ Green almost in every single draft that I did this year because I know he wasn't washed up last year. Did you know he had, for his catchable rate, he had the lowest catchable rate for his balls? Like a lot of people think Joe Burrow is so above reproach, like he's the best quarterback since sliced bread. Guys, he's not. And I know he's coming off an injury, so I'm going to give him a chance to heal up. I'm not going to drag him right now because I know he's coming off a knee injury. But he didn't look phenomenal last year. He was throwing balls over AJ Green's head. AJ Green is not a guy that gets separates like the same thing they told Tua. Devontae Parker is not a big-time separator. AJ Green's never been a big-time separator. But throw a jump ball. A jump ball. Throw a jump ball to AJ. He's going up and he's mossing everybody, just like D-Hop. And Kyler Murray ain't scared. Kyler Murray will put it out there for D-Hop. He's going to put it out there for AJ Green. This is, if you targeting Kyler Murray with your number one quarterback, you're okay, guys. Now, I'm taking Lamar because, to me, Lamar is getting a lot of those points on that offense. That's what. So, after that, though, it's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray will be phenomenal this year, and AJ Green and D-Hop will both have 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns. And if AJ Green don't have 1,000 yards, he will have double-digit touchdowns. Because when you take D-Hop away, AJ Green going to kill you. So you ain't going to know what to do. Look, I'm telling you, Kyler Murray going to be jump balling people to death. Jump ball to the right, jump ball to the left, deep post here, deep post here. And them guys going to be falling. Touchdown. I'm telling you, AJ Green, I'm telling you, he's gonna be a monster this year. So you make sure you get AJ Green. So let me see what's going on in the chat. So yeah, guys, that's my OnlyFans right there. If y'all want to tune in and have me where I'm with you, and I can help you on anything, drafting strategies, whatever you need, guys. I'm here for you on OnlyFans, and I'm putting content out on my OnlyFans. So it is only growing too, day by day. Joe Knows. What's going on, Joe Knows? That's my homie. What's up, bruh? What's going on? Matt L says, what do you think of the anchor RB strategy this year? Fantasy Football Advice was talking about it for 2021. So you're going to have to let me know. Put it in the chat what it is, Matt. I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to speak on nothing that I don't know exactly what it is. So tell me what anchor RB is. Matt A also says, okay, he says basically zero RB, but you get one elite RB and draft as if the zero RB for the rest of the draft. Yes, I do that sometimes. See, I don't need to call it nothing. I just call it zero RB. But if I'm picking at the number one spot, who you think I'm drafting? I'm probably going to draft CMC, but I'm not going to depend on no CMC. I don't give a damn what CMC do. I don't care if he get hurt because I'm not going to build my team around no CMC like I got the best player. He above reproach. No. So if I get CMC, then I'm probably go what? Let's say DK next, then D-Hop and Keenan Allen. So I got 3 receivers, and then I got one running back. Then I go get my quarterback. I've done that a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. If you see a RB so you should be thinking about 3 RBs that you think can finish elite. And if you pick early in the draft, you got to go get them guys. You can't draft. You can, guys. Like, I'm not going to sit here and knock you. You can draft Tyreek Hill with the number 1 overall pick. You can draft Devontae Adams with the number 2 overall pick. But I don't know. I think you can do better because I think you can pick other receivers up later that are just as good as these guys. So I will wait. I will go get my bell cow running back in case he stays healthy all season. 1 running back, then I will go get my receivers and fill it out. And then I'll wait to the 6th or 7th round to get my next RB. So, yeah, anchor RB is a solid strategy. You can do that. It's a server variance of 0 RB. That's why I tell y'all, if you want to do a drafting package with me, to call me on, because sometimes 0 RB doesn't mean that you fade all RBs. It just means that you take one maybe in the second round or the first round. I took Antonio Gibson in the Scott Fishbowl in the third round. And usually I don't take, running backs in the first 3 to 4 in most of my drafts, but I had to, the value was too good. So I had to go get off my receivers, go get Antonio Gibson. Then I went back to my strategy. So you can get a elite running back within your first 3 picks if he fall to you. But it's got to be elite. It's got to be a CMC, Alvin Kamara, not no Jonathan Taylor. It's got to be a PPR monster back. Somebody that's why I like Austin Eckler's value. Somebody who's getting catches and running the ball and getting the green zone touches. That's the only running back you target early. So let me see what Sean Bonds is saying. Sean Bonds said, I think Antonio Gibson will be the sleeper RB. Well, he probably is a sleeper, but he's my number 1 RB. He's my number 1 RB this year. Yeah, CMC them has a chance to finish better. Of course they do, in Alvin Kamara. But yes, I get it. You can call him a sleeper as far as in the first round. I love Antonio Gibson this year. My favorite. Remember, guys, I talked about him last year. Remember, I was one of the only guys. I was the first guy that was on Antonio Gibson. I was. Nobody else was. I talked about him a little bit, then other people started talking about him. But I was the first one on him, even before the combine. Because this guy was 230, 240, running a 4.3. So, yes, I love Antonio Gibson this year. Matt L says, do you think Kittle could take over? Let me see. Do you think Kittle could overtake Kelsey? Okay, because I know Kittle is going early second. So Kittle's going early second. No, I don't think he takes over Travis Kelsey, but Kittle, listen, it's 5 to 6 tight ends that you get, and any of them can finish number 1. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to get. It's up to you. It's between Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, Travis Kelsey, Darren Waller, TJ Hawkinson, and Mark Andrews. Any of those tight ends you get, I think you're okay with. I really do. So, yeah, guys. So you got any more questions, guys? Just let me know. Hit me up and let me know. But, yeah, those was my sleepers. Like I said, I'll read over them again for the guys that just got back in the chat. But my 3 quarterbacks that are sleepers that you should be targeting is Kirk Cousins, Tua Tagovailoa, and Cam Newton. My 3 running backs are Mike Davis, A.J. Dillon, Kenneth Gainwell. My 3 tight ends are Gerald Everett, Mo Alley Cox, Dan Arnold. And my 3 wide receivers are Will Fuller, Rashard Bateman, and A.J. Green. So let me see. Matt L says, I like Darnell Mooney this year. Yes, I do. But I only like him, man, if Justin Fields comes in. I don't know if Andy Dalton has a big enough arm to get him the ball. So if Fields comes in, yes, Darnell Mooney will get some deep balls because his deep route running is impeccable. He's really good. Yep. So, yeah, guys, and like I said about Kenneth Gainwell, that's another player that I feel like, hey, I don't know. I think he can have a chance. If Miles Sanders goes down, he has a chance to win Rookie of the Year. He really does. So let me see. Sean Bond says, facts, bro, and you can get Logan Thomas at tight end late too. Yes, you can. You can get him at tight end late. I like Logan. He just ain't none of the top. He ain't the top 6, but he's a guy that if I went 0 tight end that I would pick up. Yep, I agree 100% with you, bro. So yeah, guys, I guess I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Unless we got some more questions, but yeah, guys, be getting ready for your fantasy seasons this year. We got a game tonight for the Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, guys, make sure you go and what's going on, Lyndell? What's good, bro? Make sure, guys, that you follow me on OnlyFans. Like I said, guys, and it's not about the money. It's just to help support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not monetized right now, but I will be soon this year. And like I said, I appreciate everybody, man, being a subscriber, viewing my videos. I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, there's a game tonight, Matt. It's between the Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep. Sure enough is, bruh. So yeah, guys. Also, guys, I have a draft guide. I went in, me and like several other content creators went in together to do a draft guide. And it's really good. It's detailed. It's got IDP. It's got running backs. It's got receivers. It's got a little bit of everything in there, guys. And it goes back to 3 years. I'm talking about it's a spreadsheet. It's really, really good. It's not nothing just put together. It's really, really thought out and planned. And it's only $30, guys. But listen, if you are OnlyFans, I'm gonna basically give it to you for free. Where I'm not gonna make no money on it. And it's only $15, guys. If you're OnlyFans, I'm gonna give it to you half off. Guys, I'm telling you, it's really good. You should check it out. And it gets updated. That's the things. You know what I'm saying? It changes every week. And you're just not getting a cookie cut of what somebody think. You're getting 12 different content creators, what they think, and their rankings is different. So my rankings is in there too. Mr. Anderson says, what you focus on when you watching the games? Great. See, Mr. Anderson, he trying to get them golden nuggets. And I feel you, bro. I'm watching the quarterback a lot. Now, if it's like a star, then I'm not really watching them, but I'm watching the quarterbacks in his pocket presence and see if he can feel the defense, putting pressure on him from the backside. He got to be able to feel the pressure, where the blitz is coming from. If he can do that, he can be a star. He can be a good NFL quarterback. It don't matter how strong your arm is. You just got to be able to know the game up here. So if I'm watching to see if they know the game, if they can call out the strengths, the weaknesses, the blitz, feel the pressure, be comfortable in the pocket, don't rush throws, not scared of the blitz when you know it's being picked up, you call the right blitz. Those are the things I'm watching. Watching how explosive backs are through the hole. Are they making guys miss? I'm watching a little bit of everything. Is the team, if they what they call it, racing to the ball together, like no matter where the ball go, the whole defense is flowing. Usually that's showing you that it's going to be a good defensive year for a team when they flow to the ball like real quick. So those are the things. There's a lot of other things that I watch, but mainly the quarterback and his pocket presence. Linus just found out in another league, got first pick. Okay. So who you going to go right there, Lyndell? Who you picking? Me, I focus on if I'm picking first, I probably have to take CMC unless it's super flex. Joe No says, I'm most likely waiting on Everett or my boy Irv Smith Jr. Yes, I like Irv Smith too. Yes, so Lyndell said he's going to take CMC. Yes, I think CMC will be a great pickup. Yep, I agree with you, bro. So yeah, guys. So hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail and let me know if you any type of videos that you're looking for, you need me to do or you want me to do. Now I might not be able to get to you back ASAP, but if you go on OnlyFans, I'll be able to get back with you ASAP and do that video very quickly. So guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be safe. Let me make some of these people in here moderators first before I get out of here. Yeah, 100, Mr. Anderson. So let me make some of these people moderators. Yep, Lyndell, I made you a moderator, bro. Joe knows I'm about to make you a moderator too. Yep, so I made y'all moderators, guys. Yep, 100. 100. Let me see. So let me see what's going on. Let me get this. Yep. 100, Mr. Anderson. Yep. Joe knows. Yep. All right, guys. Y'all be safe.